happening, people? Hope everyone's doing good. So I'm bringing you a new episode video, and yeah man, it's just a V3 option file V3 of Emerson, the full one for PES 2021, the season update. He had asked me to do this, so obviously, you know, that's bro, so I'm gonna do it. Yeah, so the first video I had put out for PES 2021 was like an alpha option file. Now this is the full thing. It's, you know, it's got what everybody's looking for. Of course, it's excellent quality. It maintains the standards that he always has, that everybody knows him for. And yeah, so in this instance, I'm gonna let his video run, and I'll read off the notes that I've made from his video. So if it's a bit start-stop, you know why. That's why, because I'm literally translating what he said at different points in the video. So just bear with me on that. And yeah man, so let's get started. Initially he's talking about, he's really just thanking everyone, and he's saying, hey, you know, V3 is out. It was already out for the members. They were very happy with it. He felt very encouraged because they gave him a lot of nice messages. So following all of that and the positive feedback, he decided to again come out with this one for free, because obviously, as people know, he could easily charge and he doesn't. Then he's saying to everybody like who doesn't, because he's not charging, you know, the one way you can say thank you is obviously you subscribe, turn on the notification bell, because it helps strengthen his channel. So, you know, go ahead, do that for me, obviously. And as you can see on his screen, on my screen now, you can see the full option file, right? So he's saying use WinRAR, because you have to go ahead and uncompress it. I'm sure by now you guys are already familiar with this process, but hey, there might be someone new, so that's why he's done like a full tutorial for it from start to finish. And when you do it, oh, look at his badge floating, my guy. Yeah, when you do that, you're going to see the folder that he's highlighted. That's exactly how it's going to look. And he's saying make sure when you do it, you have the latest version of WinRAR to ensure that you don't have errors, because there were people having issues when you're unpacking the RAR file. And literally just click on where it says extract to new, and when you do that, it will name the full folder that it's going to go into. So literally, as he just highlighted, do that, and then you're going to end up with the folder. Now he's waving his mouse over. Then he's saying, of course, all the credits are in the option file, but also the description of his video. I'll see if I can include them all in mine. And he's showing you what it's going to look like after you once you enter the extracted Emerson Pereira V3 option file 2021 folder. Now you can see a bunch of folders, 0, 1, 2, 3. If you are familiar with this process, you subscribe to me, then you already know why those numbers are there. If you don't, no issues, you're going to find out shortly. I know it's in Portuguese, but I mean, clearly you guys can see 4.1, that says option. So he's referring to which option you choose to go for in that instance. So you wouldn't pick 4 and 4.1, you would pick either. Same with the 3, right? You wouldn't pick 3.1, 2, 3, 4. You were going to pick one of those, and then each one gives you a different South American league. So Uruguay, Ecuador, Liga MX, Peru, etc. That's what that is. But again, like I said, as we're going through this process, everything is going to be explained. Don't worry about it. Now I'm going to go back to what he's saying. So yeah, but that was just from me. Now I'm going to go back to what he's saying actually in the video. He's saying if I put the pen drive in, there's going to be two forms of installation, and essentially he is then explaining to people in Portuguese what one you want to go with and why you want to go with. So now you can see on the screen he's highlighted 1 and 2, right? So what he's saying to you in this instance is you guys preferably do this process using 2 memory sticks. So the first memory stick, you're going to copy over folders 0 and 1. That's it. So plug in the first memory stick, from the extracted WinRAR file that we've made, you only copy over folders 0 and 1. Then you take your second memory stick, and then of course he's going to explain to you what you copy over. So take folder 2, bring it over to your second memory stick. Now folder 3, pick from 3, 3.1, 3.2, 3.3, 3.4. Make a choice. Do not copy them all over and then say you have problems. Pick one. Then folder 4 is the identical process. Pick 4 or 4.1. Do not copy them over and then say you have problems, because I'm explaining not to do that. Emerson puts a lot of work into this. We both don't, me especially, I'm not earning anything from it, so I'd appreciate if you guys could actually take note of what I'm saying, and then everything is amazing. So now WePES 1 and WePES 2, what does he mean by that, right? He's saying to you guys that after you've made your selection from 3 and 4, this is what you would be copying over. So the first memory stick would have folder 0 and folder 1 in it, and then the second memory stick would have 2, 3.1 and 4.1, or your choice of 3 and your choice of 4. So that's very important. And when you guys plug in your memory stick, make sure you create in the root of the memory stick a new folder. Call it WePES, WEPES, and then copy over folder 0 and 1 into that. Then on your second memory stick, put a folder WePES, WEPES, and then copy over the remaining folders. So in this instance with Emerson is 2, 3.1 and 4.1. Yours may be 2, 3.3, 4.2. No problem, that's fine. Go ahead and do it. So you guys can see exactly how it's going to look. He's called it WePES 1 and 2 just for reference purposes, so you guys understand what he's referring to when, first in memory stick. That's not what you guys are going to call it in the root. You guys are just going to call it WePES because you have 2 memory sticks, but he's just done that just to make it simpler for everybody. As you can see now, he's removing the 1. That's the reason. That was just for reference purposes. You guys knew exactly what's happening. Hey Emerson, bro, how are you making your logo float? Like, you need to send me that right now. I want to do that on mine. Fundamentally, when you look at it, there's certain things which are the same across the board. I mean, certain icons are the same as certain processes look the same. So yeah, that's why it's not like those images are of waste if you don't speak Portuguese, because I mean, step by step, if you know the process of deleting the option file and the images, then you know exactly what he's talking about. If you don't, ignore that, and I'm gonna try and explain it the best I can. So what he's saying now is, before you guys go ahead and install or insert the memory stick, what we need to do is you need to go to the home screen of your PlayStation, right? And then you need to go into the settings and go into your save data. And then go ahead and select the PES 2021 season update game, right? Now when we're in here, the safest thing to do is remove your Master League files and remove the edit data. The Master League thing is sort of, as many of you guys know, we had the issues, isn't it, with PES 2020, where everything was crashing and it just became a joke. Don't know what Konami's playing at. So again, I think, there was people were having some sort of problems with option files. So again, that's why he's suggesting this for the safe side. So go in, delete all those. So that was your saved data and any Master League files, delete it, and then go back into the game. Then, once you go back into the game, what are we going to do when we go back into the game? We're going to go into settings. Hold on, my phone is, there we go. and then we're going to go into press edit data. So when you click on edit data, it will ask you, so we need to go ahead and create a new one, and after you create a new one, we want to go ahead and apply latest live update, which is very important. We want to go into edit data, and we want to go down into where the images are kept, and we want to delete the image files. So that's exactly what Emerson did at that period. So yeah, after you guys have erased everything, so now we're going to move forward into the next stage. After you apply the live update, image files, some people image files are being added. So that's another reason why you need to go back in after you apply the live update and make sure all the images are gone. Don't just be like, oh, what do you mean I deleted the edit data, it's over? No, it's not over, because images are stored in a separate place. So we need to make sure we free up the slots and install the best images, that's the kits and the logos and all that, right? So we want to make sure we've got space for that, otherwise we're going to have a space issue. Right, then he's explaining to you again just the reason why he's done the 1 and the 2, the red and the blue. It was just to make it simpler, and he's reiterating that, guys, do not call the folder on the first memory stick WePES1, and do not call the folder on the second memory stick WePES2. Do not do that, just call it WePES. That was, again, he's saying, just for reference, otherwise people said it was too confusing and messy and all that. And additionally, he is explaining why he's telling you all to use 2 memory sticks if possible. Because when it's in the first mode, things get messy. Because you have to manually deselect and select everything. So, you know, you might miss some teams, you might install the wrong one during the wrong process, and then everything is a mess and nobody's happy, and then, you know, complains and all that. So, no, don't do that. Do what he's doing, do what I'm telling you, and we're good to go. Like I said though, you know, if you do this and then there's problems, just let me know, let Emerson know, comment, all that. I'll be more than happy to help. It's just when people don't actually watch and then they just download the file and then they complain, you're like, come on man, like, people so lazy. Bro, if I can sit and listen to the full thing in Portuguese, you man can relax and pay attention. So yeah, now he's finalized what he's going to do. Again, he's got it back up on the screen where we're at 17 minutes 23. WePES1, we're going to, first part of the installation, we're going to install folders 0 and 1, which includes the competitions, and then the second part will be 2, choice from 3 and choice from 4, which will include your South American teams and things of that nature. So now we've got Alfonso Davis on the screen, and we're going to go into our edit menu. And then we're going to go down into import export, and then import competition. Select your memory stick, make sure it's called WePES, and now here you can see these are all the competitions that you guys are going to install. However, in this instance, take note, you guys would have made a selection. So 0.1 is standard, 2 is standard, 3.1 and 4.1 is your option of what you choose to go for. So now you can see with the asterisks on the screen. If there's an asterisk involved, that means you have to make a selection from that. So the red asterisk means pick one of those 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 folders. Purple asterisk means pick one from 2, right? So Now, according to the choice you have made, you now need to install the appropriate competition. So you can go ahead and you can press square, no problem at all, right? However, in Emerson's instance, he chose the folder which was for the Ecuadorian League. So Liga Ecuador is the as you can see, Copa Ecuador and Liga Pro. What you guys need to do, this is slightly different than before, so please pay attention to this element. You now need to deselect the folder that you didn't choose. So what does that mean? As you can see from it says 01 Champions League, right about half in the middle of the screen. From that point down, everything's cool, don't worry about it. But where you see 1, 2, 3, 4, those are that's essentially highlighting that you've made a choice of one of these. So you would need to deselect the competitions you've not made. What do I mean by that? Emerson chose Liga Ecuador to install in his folders when he picked 3.1. So he doesn't want to install Liga Uruguay and Liga MX and the MLS because those would overwrite each other. So the decision or the choice that you make comes because you're essentially replacing one with the other. So you couldn't have Liga Uruguay and Liga Ecuador installed because they use the same slots in PES. So you have to make a decision between the two. And whatever decision you make in this process, you must select the appropriate. For example, if you didn't choose Liga Ecuador and you decided to install Liga Uruguay, you would then only check where it says number 1 Copa URU and the number 1 Liga URU, and then you would uncheck 2 what Emerson is checked, Copa Ecuador, Liga Pro, and then obviously number 3 and number 4 where it says Liga MX, Copa BIC, and Liga 1. Of course you're not going to install that because you've not selected that either. But that's what that process is, just to be clear, because this is something new, so I understand people might be a bit unfamiliar with it. So just take note. It's very straightforward. Just take note of the folder that you've decided to install and install the appropriate competition. So again, everything is as it is from the Champions League down. The only deselecting you need to do is in the top 4 where it says 1 1, you got 2, and then it says 2 2, 3 3, 4 4, as you can see at the top. Make your choice from that appropriately. Not too difficult. I know for some people this element is new. Don't trip. It's fine. Just be confident. I mean, your PlayStation's not going to blow up, so just be confident. You've done the right thing. I mean, and what you guys could do if you want to be super safe, just install Liga Ecuador, like Emerson did. When you make your decision of what South American league you want, just do Ecuador, and then in this case you deselect everything that he has and only install everything, only select what he has, and then everything is perfect. That might be the safest option. If you guys are unsure, just recreate exactly what he did with Ecuador and you have no problems at all. Then go forward into detail settings, check the box, and then press OK. And it's going to go ahead and install the competitions for you. But yeah, be confident. Don't doubt yourself. Just go ahead and do it, man. People sometimes doubt themselves and think things happen. Nothing happens. Just be confident and you'll be fine. That process is done. You're going to go ahead and install team. Press import team. Then we want to go into detailed settings and make sure you check all the teams. So just hit square. Very straightforward. Go to this final page. And now, where you have the two check boxes, make sure you only select the bottom box for the built-in teams that we're going to replace the kits for. So like you can see, Bruges and Anderlecht, etc, etc. So select all of them, just hit square, no problem. Go into detail settings into the next page, but only select the bottom box. Please do not select the top one. Now the full first part of the installation is done. So all of you guys who have a second memory stick, the one that we created, that we mentioned previously, go ahead and plug that in. So take out the first one and plug in the second one. That's what Emerson's doing as we speak. No, actually, let me read what he was saying. So then he's saying to you, he's reiterating that obviously make sure that it's called PES, PES. And now you're going to make your choice. So have you gone with Ecuador? Have you gone with Mexico? Have you gone with MLS, as I've been saying all throughout? So now you make your choice, guys. So after you've made your choice, your second memory stick should only have 3 folders on it. Folder 2, your choice from 3, and your choice from 4, exactly how he's got on the screen right now. Like I said, if you guys feel that this is a bit much, the easiest way is just to install what he's done. Only pick the folders he's done. So he went with 01, what was that? Quickly change the screen. 01 on his first memory stick, and then 2, 3.1, 4.1. If you want to be safe and you want it to look exactly how Emerson's does, just go ahead and do that. If you're more comfortable and you're more advanced, then go ahead and make your selection. But in my opinion, if you're new to this or you're not sure because it's in Portuguese, just choose what he's done. 01, 2, 3.1, 4.1. And then that will give you the Liga Ecuador with the Libertadores teams and the outros 2 options for Europe, which he's going to showcase at the end of this video. So yeah, that's all he's saying now. He's just explaining it. Guys, make a decision, pay attention. He's saying the first portion is done, 0, 1 and 2. Second memory stick, reiterate and make sure it's called PES, not PES2. You can make your put folder 2 in your second memory stick, your choice from 3 and your choice from 4, or you can just put 3.1, 4.1 and folder 2 in the second memory stick, and everything will be fine. Then go into export, go into import team. So now you guys can see what outro 2 means and what those teams were. So hit square, literally, like I said, install it, just select all, go to detail settings, and now in this instance, unlike the previous thing we just did, check both boxes. So make sure both boxes are checked, pay attention. If you do 1, you're going to have issues, do 2, press OK, it's going to install it for you, which is great. Then go back, because that main process is done, which is great. And then we want to go into your competition structure, and we want to head over to draw size, and we are going to want to edit this in accordance to your selection. So what you do is, Bundesliga is standard for everybody, so that's 18 teams. He chose Liga Ecuador, which is 16 teams. However, if you have decided, those of you who are more familiar with all of this, if you decided to go with Liga MX or Liga Uruguay or Liga Peru, those are the numbers on the screen that you see. That's what you need to change that to. So if you had done Liga MX, where it says Liga Pro Ecuador, it wouldn't say that. It's going to say Liga MX, and you change that to 18. If you did Uruguay, it's not going to say that. It's going to say Liga Uruguay, make it 16. If you went with Peru, it's going to say Liga Peru, and you make it 20. So that's very straightforward. Depending on the installation choice you've done, you edit the draw size accordingly, so we can make sure that the appropriate teams have enough slots to be in the right leagues. Bundesliga is standard 18, J League is standard, and Ecuador would be the one that you guys choose, and you make the draw size accordingly. And then now you can go back, and now you're going to manually you're going to make some changes, right, as you guys are familiar with. We're going to move a couple teams around who might be in the wrong place, which is standard with PES. All you guys know how that process is. Alright, cool. So now he's going to go into Europe, and he's going to alter the Bundesliga accordingly to make sure that the teams are in the right place. So make sure you rearrange everything so it looks exactly like his. Then he's giving credits to the guys who made some of the teams that you guys are looking at. Because, you know, it's really cool, man. I mean, you know, you've got teams from Norway, Czech Republic was there, Poland, Austria, Israel, yeah, man, Ireland, Cyprus. It's great, man. I think I already said Bulgaria, Croatia. Man, it's great. So this is, if you want these outros, then you make sure you select the option that Emerson gave. And you can see further down, look, you've got Romania, Sweden, Serbia, another Romanian team, Poland. I mean, yeah, you guys can see it for yourselves. It's great, it's great. It's a lot of nice teams. They did an excellent job. Shout out to Emerson, man. Dedicated. That's what he does. And then now you can see around 28, 30. There's a red arrow that's appeared. So what that folder is that he was highlighting for you, you can go in there and then that will show you exactly how each completed rearranged league should look. So just in case you guys are missing something, or you feel like, oh, you know, you guys are showing me how it would look for Ecuador, but what about I've done Uruguay? So in that folder that he highlighted with the arrow, go in there and then it's going to show you exactly where to place what, which is excellent. Then he's just showcasing you Ecuador and yeah, things of that nature. So all the best, guys. Make sure you like it, bro. Comment, subscribe, all that. Support your boy. Peace.